Over the past month, we've seen some serious fires across southern New England, including this one in Lincoln Friday that burned a furniture store to the ground. Others have forced families into the streets. In some cases, these fires have even turned deadly.
12 News reporter Matt Paddock spoke to one local fire expert about ways to stay both safe and warm as we inch closer to winter. Matt?
Kim, Shannon, over the past month, we've continued to see tragic fires like this one right here behind me, displacing residents, destroying businesses and homes. Over the past month, it seems to be fire after fire after fire. In New Bedford, dozens displaced over the past 3 weeks with nowhere to go. In Lincoln, a business that once stood for 25 years, now reduced to rubble. And in Providence, 2 lives lost after a fire broke out on Lisbon Street.
It's devastating. When you go to a fire and the fire department pulls up and there's a fully house involved in flames, it's devastating.
Rhode Island State Fire Marshal Timothy McLaughlin is reminding you that a fire like this could happen to anyone in just a matter of moments, saying that as the weather gets colder, fires become much more common. We
start to hit the cold month, and as you said earlier, we're very fortunate that we haven't hit that cold stretch yet, but it's coming.
Reminding you to be safe when heating your homes this holiday season, especially when using heating sources like space heaters.
They're going to take the space heater, they're going to plug it into an extension cord, run it across the room, put it on a carpet next to the couch, near some curtains, right? No, regular household extension cord, there's not enough. That's where the fires start.
And when it comes to getting into the holiday spirit, McLaughlin says be diligent and be safe. On average, nearly 200 fires nationwide start from Christmas trees. Half of those are caused by malfunctioning lights.
Seeing electrical, overloading your electrical circuits. You put your tree up, but just make sure you water it and you keep it away from any heat source that could start it up.
The cause of those fires referenced in this story are still unclear and under investigation at this time. Reporting in studio, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Local fire departments are again warning people to be careful as the weather gets colder following numerous fires in the last few weeks. They've damaged the homes of dozens of people in New Bedford, and in Providence, a fire claimed the lives of 2 people in their 60s. 12 News reporter Matt Paddock talked to the state fire marshal about what people need to know and do to stay safe. Matt?
Well, Shannon, as the weather gets cold, people are doing what they can to stay warm. But local fire experts are reminding you to do your part to help stop fires from breaking out. New Bedford fire crews quickly getting to work on Friday after a fire broke out at a 4-story apartment building on Acushnet Avenue. Fire crews quickly dousing the flames, but not before the fire would leave more than 20 people without a home. Fast forward less than 24 hours, another blaze. This one a 2-alarm fire which would quickly engulf and destroy a home on South 2nd Street in a matter of minutes.
It's devastating. When you go to a fire and the fire department pulls up and there's a fully house involved in flames, it's devastating.
Timothy McLaughlin is Rhode Island State Fire Marshal, and he says as we inch closer to colder weather and the holidays, it's important to be extra cautious when heating our homes, especially with space heaters.
Which means 3 feet all the way around non-combustible, on a non-combustible floor, plugged into the wall. Regular household extension cord, there's not enough. That's where the fires start.
And as millions around the country begin putting up their Christmas decorations, McLaughlin also warning you to be vigilant. Between 2013 and 2019, over 7,900 home candle fires were reported.
People light candles, have lit candles all over the house, leave them unattended, where a pet can knock it off the counter.
And on average, nearly 200 fires nationwide start from Christmas trees. Half of those are caused by malfunctioning lights.
Seeing electrical, overloading your electrical circuits. You put your tree up, but just make sure you water it and you keep it away from any heat source that could start it up.
State Fire Marshal McLaughlin also reminding you to make sure that your fire alarms are fully operational and have working batteries, and that this could just save your life. The cause of the fires in this story are still unclear at this time and still under investigation. Reporting in studio, Matt Paddock, 12 News.